Welcome back to the channel, and we have another update on A Time of Wonderland. Before we get any further, remember nothing in this video is financial advice. Please make sure you always do your own research and only invest what you are willing to lose. So yesterday I uploaded the AMA with Danny. Again, make sure to check that out if you haven't seen it already. Again, this was a formal inquiry of Daniele to be approved by the DAO through governance process. In response, again, Daniele offered to do his AMA to try and answer all concerns in the inquiry. And then next up, to include all members of the DAO in every step of this process, a snapshot had been launched for members to identify whether they feel the AMA was sufficient or not to resolve the concerns in the DAO discussion. So this will be open for 3 days, and you can cast your vote whether you think that it was sufficient or not. So as we can see, special polling, formal inquiry of Daniele. DAO discussion was posted. Again, we can find it there. Daniele did his AMA. After listening to it, if you believe the information and commitments provided were sufficient in resolving the community concerns in the DAO, please indicate with a vote below whether it was sufficient. Or if you believe the AMA was insufficient in resolving the concerns, please indicate below whether not sufficient enough. In the event the community votes the AMA was sufficient, this DAO discussion will be closed. The moderation team will compile a document outlining the concerns as a list of Daniele's responses and commitments made within the AMA, and submit them for the forum for future reference. If the community votes that the AMA was not sufficient enough, the DAO discussion will remain open and continue through the governance process. The DAO discussion will be revised to include the information gathered within the AMA and the concerns within the list updated to reflect that information. And you can vote whether you thought it was sufficient or not sufficient enough. As we can see with the vote, 64% of people think it was not sufficient enough, where 35% vote that it was sufficient. Again, you'd want to, of course, listen to the full AMA before that. So this is on my channel, or you can listen to it through the direct link. And yeah, I feel like Danny, he answered a few questions, but a lot more, I guess, juicier questions that he sort of dodged around. And I guess that's why people are feeling like it was not sufficient enough. Again, here we have the full main post about it. Here we have an original list of Daniele, all of his responses, because there was quite a few questions. And then, yeah, let me see what the comments are about this, because again, there's a few things. The main questions were repeated periods of extended absence, which again, you can see he has just gone for a long time. And again, the highlights absences dating back to the whole seafood gate situation. And on May 2nd, he said he's going to start being active every day now, so go ahead and ping me here. But then it's the case that has he actually been active every single day? What a racist team, blah blah. So here another one. So again, there was another thing about what immediate steps they're going to take to ensure the protocol can maintain effective functionality if this situation would occur again in the future. So that was the main first point about his inactivity. Second point was a mysterious signer. So this what I address here was added to the multi-sig without any communication or announcement to the community regarding the addition at that time. The community has still not received any information regarding this individual other than Daniele saying it is part of the team Gregory as usual. This sign-up was removed from the multi-sig after the community expressed the discontent from this unknown individual, approving 9 transactions to liquidate UST positions in Abra. Throughout the duration of this time, this individual was on the multi-sig. This address was not used to submit or approve any technical transactions that could have been facilitated by the elected treasury manager and known team. There's little concern that we have additional signers to keep moving things on smoothly. The issue is that this sign is completely unknown and was added to the multi-sig without prior communication to the community regarding this change. Adequate information to feel comfortable with this individual approving trades worth tens of millions of dollars is unreasonably lacking. We receive a paltry works of Gregory after this individual approved transactions of tens of millions of dollars, and the community expressed discontent with the arrangement. In total, These are all of the transactions. And then previously, Sifu mentioned in the Discord that he was provided some information in regards to the identity. He was told the individual was a squirrel. This adds to the concerns as requested. Please provide any details regarding how this individual is associated, and are they associated with any other protocols. So again, that was another big question. Next up was following the governance. So recently he expressed a variety of intentions regarding the governance in a recent call, and as a quote, I think we need to expand Wonderland brand as a community more than just a DAO. Like, I want to transcend the DAO. I want to move away. We are just a DAO. We are also DAO. Let's say it like this. Like, DAO is a product of Wonderland, you know, but it's not the only product. It's a part of things that Wonderland does, but which is an experiment as itself, right? Of direct governance and massive treasury and so on. Additionally, in the recent conversation, you dictated the rule about the multi-sig. With the current interpretation of this statement that you're requiring an elected member of the community will be removed from the multi-sig if a newly elected member will be added. Will we not remove one of the unelected? It is a lot of stuff going on, pretty much. I would advise, again, listening to the whole AMA. You can read through all of these main questions if you want, or just sit on the side lane and enjoy what is going on. So the other points we have were multi-sig, point 5. Number 6 was multi-sig and Treasury Council, because it had been expressed they're still not acting in an efficient manner. Number 7, unprofessional behavior. Your relationship with Sifu seems strange. As a founder and stakeholder and a founder of one of our biggest investments, Sifu is playing a big part. So again, there was a question about his relationship with Sifu, which he did not answer at all. He said that is in his part of his personal life. Part 8 was the liquidation refunds. How, of course, after all of these time liquidations during that massive crash and the whole drama, Daniele said he would refund some liquidations. Point 9 was bribes. 10 is abracadabra conflict of interest. Then there's personal debt, and then point 12 is your personal stake in Wonderland. Does he own any time Wonderland Wmemo worth more than 1,000 UST? As a managing member of the organization with the highest level of authority, it's responsible that the DAO know whether you are vested or unaccounted for controlling these assets. You've expressed that there will be no more team allocation in the future. Team tokens were minted. So he said, please clarify whether you believe Time Memo Wmemo assets have been diluted to provide you with the team allocation tokens in a period since minting stock January 2020. Expectation of this proposal: if this is passed, Daniele will supply the DAO with detailed and unambiguous responses to all of these concerns. In addition, the concerns may arise for a post written in a formal 14 days of approval. Following delivery of text-based response, an AMA lasting 2 hours will be held, and then this was the inquiry. So this was all of the details before the AMA of the inquiry about Interdani. So those were the main points they wanted to get across, and now it just depends whether you feel like his answers were sufficient or not sufficient enough. And I believe, yeah, this is ending in 2 days' time. So based on the current votes, it looks like it was not sufficient enough, and that we do need to keep the inquiry open some more. So maybe Daniele will do another AMA. Maybe he will just write a thread fixing his responses. We'll have to wait and see, but again, I will keep you guys up to date as soon as that stuff happens. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think it was sufficient or not sufficient enough if you have listened to the AMA? But thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you on my next video.